Jordan Peterson isn't on the ad talking directly to me. I, as a viewer, am listening in on the conversation. In this episode of The Edge, we are going to jump deep into the marketing of Jordan B. Peterson. Dr. Peterson is a psychologist, an author, and a very popular public intellectual. And I got hit with one of his Facebook ads the other day. Hey guys, this is Jason with adskills.com, and let's just dive straight in. Now, I got hit with one of his ads for understandmyself.com, so I clicked on it. Let's go ahead and take a look at the site. Now, what really stands out to me about this website is how minimal it actually is. This is probably one of the most minimal landing pages that I've reviewed. Let's just take a look here. We've got the logo, the buy now button, we've got the yellow, black, and white color scheme. Nice hero image of Dr. Peterson there. And then we get to a headline here, the most comprehensive and accurate personality test currently available, and a buy button. So let's just think about this. Look how minimal this is. I'm scrolling back up. There's not a lot going on here. There's a lot of negative space, and he's got this power-packed headline and immediately a call to action to buy. With those buttons really just jumping off the page because just yellow on black just jumps out. And then when we look below there, he's got some credibility. He's got over 600,000 of these tests completed worldwide, and there is his signature. Again, this is staying very minimal. How it works, just a very short description with another call to action, a visual of how it works here, scoring people on different aspects of their personality, and this is actually something I might like to do myself. And then when you come down here, I noticed that his video just takes over the entire screen. When I watched this video, I thought it was really interesting how he opens this up. So let's just take a quick look. So this is a 21-minute video. Let's just watch the beginning here.
Hi, so I'm making an announcement today, and I suppose you might regard it as an advertisement, so I'm warning you to begin with, because I don't want you to waste your time if you're not interested in listening to a description of the newest thing that we've created. So we just...
So the first 20 seconds there, he says, I have an announcement. You may consider this an advertisement. So he's being very direct, right? He's not trying to disguise anything or trick anyone down a funnel or to watch a long video and reveal it later on. He just comes out and says, hey, I'm warning you right away. Some of you might consider this an advertisement. So if you're not interested in the newest business or product that I've launched, I'm warning you right now. So I like and appreciate his directness there. And then after he gets that out of the way, in 20 minutes, he can explain what the personality test is, how it was developed, right? So you can dive deeper, right? So when we look at the funnel, again, let's go back. Extremely minimal. If you just like Jordan Peterson, you're already, very well familiar with his ideas, and you say, sure, I'd love to take this test, you can just buy right away. If you need to dig in further, here's a 20-minute video for you. And I like how they did, I'm going to call this just a big hero image of the video. It basically takes over the entire width of the page, a little more copy as to why, and another call to action. So he's putting a call to action everywhere where there's text, whether it's this headline or how it works. He's giving you a call to action at every point. Even his bio there's another call to action. And then I found this very interesting as well. He features this video from a YouTuber who actually took the test himself. So I actually watched this entire video. All right, so this one's about 10 minutes long, and it's giving you some third-party perspective on the test, because the YouTuber says in the video that it's not an endorsement, he's not being paid to do it, he's just reviewing it, and he likes Jordan Peterson, so he wanted to do this test. So it gives you a third-party perspective there. I thought it was really kind of neat that he included this YouTuber video on the sales page, and again, the video is taking up the entire width of the page. Some testimonials there, another call to action. And then the headline here is decode your personality, and again, another call to action. Now, I'm focusing really on just this understand myself product, but Jordan Peterson has various products that he's released. I took a look at his essay app the other day, which actually helps people structure their essays. It's an app that he and his son developed. So that's another one of his businesses. But quickly, let's just take a look through some of his various websites. He has a Discovering Personality course, which seems to go hand in hand with understandmyself.com. This is the test, and this is the course Discovering Personality, which is on courses.jordanpeterson.com. And just quickly running through all of his web properties, we've got his main site here. This is going to be his main hub. When you come here, you're going to get a pop-up to subscribe to his newsletter. Here he's promoting his tour. And I like how here he listed his companies, because this is the area where a lot of people would list their credibility logos, which is fine, but he's giving you a view of all of the various companies he's involved in. Understand Myself is one of those companies. And he's mostly just promoting his live speaking dates here. Let's go ahead and take a look at SimilarWeb. So when we come to SimilarWeb, we see that understandmyself.com got almost 3 million views in a 3-month span there. Kind of interesting here. Argentina is actually coming in number 1, United States at number 2, and this traffic is spread pretty evenly across a lot of different countries. So maybe his test is selling in Argentina. Organic search is his number 1 channel here, but paid search at almost 14% is pretty significant at 3 million site visits. And with the social traffic breakdown, we see that the majority of it is coming from Facebook, followed by YouTube. And just quickly, I'm not going to dive deep into this, but I wanted to take a quick look at his main site, jordanbpeterson.com, and it also has about 3 million visits. So sometimes to get a sense of the reach of a brand like Jordan Peterson, you have to look at various different web properties. His main site's getting 3 million. Understand Myself is getting 3 million, and he has various different web properties. So you can see how it really starts to add up. When we look at SEMRush, we see that he is indeed getting a lot of organic search traffic, and he's also running paid search traffic. Let's take a look at his organic traffic here. So he's getting a lot of organic traffic around just the branded term Understand Myself, so he's generated a lot of awareness there. We see that the volume is coming in at 4K on this, almost 4K here. So he's generating a lot of awareness here. And then other people looking up Jordan Peterson personality test, right? So they're just looking up different terms, whether it's Understand Myself or what was that personality test that Jordan Peterson does. They're looking up those types of terms there. But we also see, wow, okay, so he's also ranking for personality test. He's coming in number 21, but look at the volume there, 301K. So if he could get that ranking up even higher into the first page, get in the top 10, now that's some really significant traffic. Another name for this, the Big 5 personality test, we see that has even more search volume, right? So all this really starts to add up, right? So mainly all of this organic search traffic is just the awareness that he's generated about his test here, his product. He's generated a ton of awareness, and he's a well-known guy. We'll look at his YouTube in a minute, but I believe he has over 7 million followers there. So, of course, he has generated a ton of brand awareness. Let's take a look at his paid keywords. So he is bidding on his brand terms there, Jordan Peterson personality test, Understand Myself, Jordan Peterson Understand Myself, Know Myself, which is kind of a variant. That's not the brand name, but maybe some people get it wrong. There's not a lot of volume there, but they've got that base covered. Really just bidding on his brand terms there. And like I said, when you look at his YouTube channel, you can see how well known he is. He's got almost 8 million subscribers here. Last but not least, let's have a look at Facebook. Okay, so Facebook here is showing around 1,500 results. So, for the lack of display traffic that we're seeing here, didn't see any for understandmyself.com. That just shows us that those channels are just not their focus. They're doing a little bit of search, but they are going heavy on Facebook ads. That's a lot of ad results right there. But when you look at his ad results, you actually see that he's advertising a lot of different things. This one here is in partnership with the Daily Wire. See, we can see paid for by the Daily Wire. So when we click there, it's taking you to the dailywire.com. So they're doing some type of partnership with Jordan Peterson. We're not going to dive too deep into that, but pretty smart on their part. They are partnering with a well-known figure. It's under their brand umbrella, but they're getting some nice juice, some momentum from Jordan B. Peterson here, right? So the Daily Wire in partnership with him, but advertised under his name. That's very powerful, right? Because people follow Jordan Peterson organically, so they're going to pay attention to this type of ad. Over here, we actually see him advertising his course. You can see this right here, courses.jordanpeterson.com. So what else is he advertising? A lot of ads for his courses. He's running ads to Live Nation to promote his live events. Let's just take a quick look at that. All right, so remember, when we looked at his website, you can see that one of the main focus is filling up these live events. So he's just running that straight to Live Nation. Lots of Live Nation ads. And then finally, another one of his businesses that he had listed, self-authoring. Self-authoring helps you figure out who it is you want to be, make a plan, and get clarity on your past. So he's advertising that product. And finally, we get to some Understand Myself ads. Let's just take a quick look at one of those.
The only personality test I know of, and certainly the only scientifically validated test that actually offers people a direct comparison with a report based on that comparison between them and their partner. And we're hoping it'll be extremely useful for people, because you need to understand that there are temperamental differences, and you need to understand what they are, and then you need to understand and appreciate your differences and similarities and figure out how to negotiate. Very complicated for people.
Okay, so you basically do the Understand Myself personality test. You get 2 people to do that, and then you can hook it up online.
We spent years building the couples reports. There's probably 100,000 words behind it, because there's 10 aspects that people are compared on, and then there's 5 different groups you can fall into.
So we won't watch all of that ad. We see it's a 2-minute ad, but this is actually a slice out of a podcast where he is explaining understandmyself.com. He's breaking it down. So I'm sure this acted as a nice organic promotional segment for him. Then he was able to take that slice of the podcast and then use it as an ad. So I really like this because it gives you a bit of a third-party perspective. And what I mean by that is Jordan Peterson isn't on the ad talking directly to me. I, as a viewer, am listening in on the conversation. It just feels more natural and organic. And I would also recommend, as a good tip, if you have podcasts that you've been on where you're able to speak about your products, that can be a very effective form of advertising. Just clip a minute, 2 minutes, or whatever you need out of that organic piece of content and use it as an ad. Try to get as much mileage as possible out of your media. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed it. This is Jason signing off, and I'll see you in the next episode of The Edge.